Hello Pokemon fans, this is ProPokeNoob back today to bring you another battle. Today it will be a standard NU match against a person by the name of Fafatless. Now I can't remember if I showed you this NU team. I looked through my archives, I don't know if I found it or not, but this is the team that I kind of built around Simple Swoobat, Subcom Mine with Pataya Berry. I really can't remember if I showed you, but in case I didn't, and I'm just going to go through it really quickly. Okay, it's a Subcom Mine, Pataya Berry, Simple Swoobat. We got a Mold Breaker, Choice Scarf Sock. We have a physically defensive Armaldo. We have a special defensive Electros, a Life Orb, Nasty Plot, Sweeping Simipour, and a thing named Floaty. That's all I'm going to say about Floaty, because Floaty is the Swords Dance Jump Fluff, not this weak little scouting one. No. It's got the Swords Dance, which means it wants to take its fluff balls, turn them into giant blades, slice them through your entire team, and laugh at you. Because it looks literally like doesn't that look like the Destroyer of Souls? Look at this thing. That's the Destroyer of Souls. It's all happy and it's floating. It's going to kill everything. That's what I think, anyways. So, looking at my opponent's team, didn't think much really into it. He's got a Pikachu, so I kind of really have to be fearing, because believe it or not, I've been building teams lately that's weak to electric and have nothing that stops electric. I mean, I have Electros, but as you'll see, that's not really a factor in a couple of turns. But anyways, in the ways of leads, I figured if he's going to lead off with Piloswine, I can pretty much lead off with Armaldo, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Psych, I'm going to lead off with the Eater of Souls, because this thing just comes in and wants to destroy worlds immediately, but he's going to switch into his Tropius. I'm going to miss the Sleep Powder, but that's okay, because I figured this thing had Lumberry with the Harvest, so I'm just going to clean it up with a Flight Gem Acrobatics, because nothing, and I mean nothing, in the NU metagame likes that hit. It's actually really freaking strong, and yes, I just got crit poison, but that's not the point. Right now, the point is Floaty. Holy God, it hurts. I mean, it was super effective, that counts, but, I mean, seriously, I've gotten many people with that. I guess they don't expect Flight Gem Acrobatics from him. I don't know. Trill Flight comes in, though, because I know he's Choice Scarf because he's switching on my Jump Bluff, and he's going to switch to Piloswine. I just go for the safe Rock Blast on the off chance that he's not Choice, and he bluffed it. But he's going to set up the rocks. I'm actually going to go for the Toxic because that's more important on the Piloswine than trying to get the rocks up against his team. It's not really going to do much except break Bastiodon Sturdy. But Haunter's going to come in. I'm going to go for my Stealth Rocks. Now, I completely forgot that people still run Trick, so I left this in just to go for Rock Blast, but he gives me the Choice Scarf, he gets my leftovers. But apparently when you throw rocks, when you blast rocks into a Pokemon's face, it doesn't like it, so Haunter dies, and that's going to be a theme you're going to see a little bit later, but Bastiodon comes in. I know this thing has Metal Burst or probably Earthquake or something like that, so I'm just going to switch out now. I'm all wet! And he's just going to go for the Toxic, and that's going to hurt. I mean, most of his team is going to be cleaned up by Water Moves, so I don't necessarily have to set up a Nasty Plot. But he goes for the Protect, and that's when I'm like, okay, he's in Sturdy. I really need to save this thing for later, so I'm just going to switch out into Floaty, and I'm going to attempt to put him to sleep as he fails his Metal Burst, because I saw that coming. But he makes a really good move, goes into Piloswine, not knowing, like, I mean, he knows that I'm offensive, but he can absorb the Sleep Powder and then threaten me out with an Ice Shard, so obviously I don't want Floaty, the Destroyer of Worlds, to take that, and the Eater of Souls, and everything demonic that you could possibly think of. I'm going to go into Shoe, the Sock, and I don't take that Ice Shard very well. I'm surprised, actually. I thought, you know, it's Piloswine. But either way, he goes into Weezing. Because I killed off his Tropius, everything gets hit by a Mold Break or Earthquake, so I just go for that. And Weezing is a physically defensive wall, so I figure that's probably his best thing that can take it. But I know he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, so I'm actually going to do the same trick that he did to my Floaty, and I'm going to switch out, and I'm all wet! And that's basically going to absorb the Will-O-Wisp and kill him with a Surf, because he doesn't have much special defense. He does, but not that great. So, I'm looking pretty weak here. He switches into his Bastiodon. I pretty much figured what he's going to do is go for the Protect, followed up with Metal Burst. I'm just going to go to Floaty, and I'm going to try and put this thing to sleep. But he actually goes for the Roar, which catches me off guard, and he brings back in my Simipour. I'm not going to say it again. That's just getting tiring. But, oddly enough, he didn't go for the Protect, or Metal Burst, or something like that. He could have protected, and I would have actually died to the Toxic, but he goes for Roar. I guess he thought I'd switch out again. I really don't know. But now I can go into Shoe and spam Earthquake because, well, everything dies to Earthquake, especially Piloswine, because Piloswine's at a really low amount of HP, and he can just go for Ice Shard. Again, it's going to do a fair amount of damage to me, and I'm just going to kill him with an Earthquake, and then Pikachu comes in, And that's basically GG. Or is it because there's still time on the track? Uh-oh. That's because Pikachu is also a destroyer of worlds and has extreme speed. And this is bad because if you look at the rest of my team here, I've got a Swoobat, a Floaty, and a Trillfrite. Now, Trillfrite's going to take Stealth Rock damage. Boom. And then, once he takes Stealth Rock damage, if he goes for Thunderbolt, I'm physically defensive. If I can't take a Thunderbolt, I'm dead. Because he can just extreme speed my other two guys, which are going to get hit by Stealth Rocks. Or I think he doesn't outspeed Swoobat, but I don't have anything on Swoobat that can kill him. Or do I have HP Ground? No, I think I have HP Ground, but I thought this... Oh, no, because I thought this thing was physical. I thought he was going to go for, like, Volt Tackle or something like that. But turns out I live, and then once again, you throw a rock in a Pokemon's face, and it dies, and I get a crit Rock Blast. And thank God for that, because in case he did have Volt Tackle and was going to hit my Swoobat, I don't know if he was going to outspeed. He probably wasn't, but, I mean... You know, you can never be too safe. Crits happen, just like they just did, and, you know, Extreme Speed Pikachu is almost as threatening as Floaty, the Destroyer of Worlds. So, you know, you gotta be wary of that type of stuff. But regardless, I won that, so that was an excellent match for Fatless. Comment, rate, and subscribe, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this battle. Now, links, quick links, because stuff that I talked about in the update has actually happened for once. It's a miracle. It's actually a miracle. On your left, it is going to be a link to my Pokemon Flora Sky LP done by Anonymous Mike. Yes, he started Pokemon Flora Sky. He put up the first upload. The audio is a little low, but he has fixed it for the next episode, which he is planning to bring out soon. So that is on your left. On your right is the co-op Poke MMO Nuzlocke that me and Lord Scrubbington are doing together. If you want to check it out, it's super fun. Same thing, we're working with some video issues this time. And we're going to try and get my picture a little bit higher because we record on 2 different levels, and he's just going to do some editing with that. But we are doing a Poke MMO Nuzlocke, and trust me, it's my first Nuzlocke ever, so it's scaring the heck out of me. So if you want to hear me scream and complain a lot, well, complain in a funny way, not complaining like a hey guys, Wild. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Wild. If you want to hear me basically freaking out, then go watch that on your right. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Until then.